starting, we'll start in Samastitihi, so big toes touch to the top of your mat. Bring the hands together. And because I can't hear you, I'm just going to do the opening mantra. You can just listen if you don't know it, or if you know it, you can say it with me. Okay? So take an inhale for Om. Vande Gurunam Charanara Vinde Sandara Shita Swatma Sukha Vabode Nishreyase Jangali Kayamane Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shantye Abahu Purushakaram Shanka Chakrasi Dharenam Sahasra Shirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim Om. Okay, so coming to Samastitihi, hands next to the side, gazing down toward the nose, Nasagar Drishti. We'll start with Surya Namaskara A, so starting with the sun salutations. Ekam, inhale, lift your arms up, look up at your thumbs, hands close. Dwe, exhale, take your hands down next to your feet, drop the head down. Trini, inhale, lift the head up. Chatwari, exhale, step back and lower down for Chaturanga. So elbows into the rib cage, come halfway down. You can use your knees if you want to. Pancha, inhale, upward facing dog, lifting the head. Shat, exhale, downward facing dog. So coming to your first downward facing dog, holding here for 5 breaths. 1. So free breathing with sound, in through the nose, out through the nose. 2, spread the fingers wide. 3, try to press the hips back into space. 4. And 5. Sapta, inhale, step or jump forward, feet together, lift the head up. Ashta, exhale, drop the head down. Nawa, inhale, arms reach up, look up. Samastitihi. Again, Ekam, inhale, arms up. Dwe, exhale, fold forward, hands and head down. Trini, inhale, head up. Chatwari, exhale, step back, or you can jump this time and lower for Chaturanga. Looking at the nose. Pancha, inhale, upward facing dog. Shat, exhale, downward facing dog. Good, look back at your belly button, Nabi Drishti. 1. Again, free breathing with sound. 2. 3. 4. And 5. Sapta, inhale, step, or you can jump this time to your hands, lift the head up. Ashta, exhale, forward bend, head down. Nawa, inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Samastitihi, hands next to the side. Third one, Ekam, inhale, arms up. Dwe, exhale, fold forward. Trini, inhale, lift the head. Chatwari, exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Pancha, inhale, upward facing dog. Shat, exhale, downward facing dog. Good, 5 breaths here. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Sapta, inhale, step or jump to your hands, lift the head up. Ashta, exhale, forward fold. Nawa, inhale, arms up, look up. And Samastitihi. Again, Ekam, inhale, arms up. Dwe, exhale, fold forward. Trini, inhale, lift the head. Chatwari, exhale, step or jump, Chaturanga. Pancha, inhale, upward facing dog. Shut, exhale, downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sapta inhale, jump to your hands, lift the head up. Ashto exhale, forward fold. Nawa inhale, arms reach up. Samasthitihi. Good. Last one. Ekam inhale, arms up. Dwe exhale, fold. Trini inhale, head up. Chatwari exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga. Pancha inhale, upward facing dog. Shut, exhale, downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sapta inhale, step or jump, lift the head. Ashto exhale, Uttanasana. Nawa inhale, arms reach up. Hands next to the side, Samasthitihi. Good. So Surya Namaskara B. We'll do 3 of them. Okay, so feet together. First, Utkatasana. Ekam inhale, bend your knees, sit low, lift the arms up, look at your hands. Dwe exhale, fold forward, hands and head down. Trini inhale, head up. Chatwari exhale, step or jump to Chaturanga. Pancha inhale, upward facing dog. Shot exhale, downward facing dog. Good, now spin your left heel down, step the right foot forward. Bend the front knee, reach your arms up for warrior 1. Virabhadrasana A. Look up at the hands, palms touch. Ashto exhale, hands to the ground, step back for Chaturanga. Nawa inhale, upward facing dog. Dasha exhale, downward facing dog. Ekadasha, right heel goes down, left foot steps forward. Bend the knee, reach your arms up, look up at your hands. Dwadasha, Chaturanga. Trayodasha, upward facing dog, inhaling. Chaturdasha, exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing here 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Panchadasha, step or jump to your hands. Lift the head up. Shodasha, exhale, forward bend. Bend the knees, arms up. Utkatasana, look at the hands. Stand up. Samasthitihi. Good. Again, ekam inhale, Utkatasana. Bend the knees, arms up. Dwe exhale, fold forward. Trini inhale, lift the head. Chatwari exhale, step or jump, Chaturanga. Pancha inhale, upward facing dog. Shut exhale, downward facing dog. Sapta, take your right foot forward, inhale, come up. Ashto exhale, back down to Chaturanga. Nawa inhale, upward facing dog. Dasha exhale, downward facing dog. Ekadasha, left foot forward, bend the knee, hands up. Dwadasha, Chaturanga. Trayodasha, upward facing dog. Chaturdasha, exhale, downward facing dog. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. and 5. Panchadasha, step or jump, lift your head up. Shodasha, forward bend. Good, bend the knees, arms up, Utkatasana. Stand up, Samasthiti. Last one. Ekam inhale, bend the knees, arms up. Dve exhale, fold forward. Trini inhale, lift the head. Chatwari exhale, jump back. Pancha inhale, upward facing dog. Shat exhale, downward facing dog. Sapta, take the right foot forward. Inhale, come up, Virabhadrasana A. Ashtal exhale, Chaturanga. Nawa inhale, upward facing dog. Dasha exhale, downward facing dog. Ekadasha, left foot forward, knee bends, look up. Dwadasha, Chaturanga. Trayodasha, inhaling, upward facing dog. Chaturdasha, exhale, downward facing dog. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Panchadasha, step or jump, lift the head up. Shodasha, forward fold. Good, bend your knees, lift your arms up, Utkatasana. Stand up, Samasthiti. Good, Padangustasana, Padahastasana. So Ekam inhale, jump your feet apart with the first 2 fingers. Reach down and grab your big toes. Exhale, bend the elbows, Dve. Exhale, fold forward. Try to pull yourself down here by drawing your chest onto your thighs and really trying to lean forward slightly. So you can bend the knees if you need to, but if not, just straighten them out and try to press your head down. 5 breaths here. 1. See if you can look toward your nose. It's a Nasaga Drishti. 2. 3. 4. 5. Trini inhale, head up. Exhale, Padahastasana. So step onto your feet. Take your hands underneath your feet. Toes go up to your wrist creases. Ekam inhale, the head lifts. Dve exhale, same thing. Bend and fold forward. 5 breaths. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Trini inhale, head up. Exhale, come up, Samasthiti, feet together. Good. Uttita Trikonasana A. So right foot steps out. Ekam inhale, step or jump your right foot out. Take the hands out. Dve exhale, turn your left toes in and your right toes out and reach toward the back of your mat. Grab the right big toe. If that's too much, you can take your hand onto your shin and then look up toward your left hand. 1. So engaging the belly here, lifting up. 2, trying to keep your top shoulder over your bottom shoulder. 3, even weight in the feet. 4, looking at the hand, Hasta Drishti. And 5. Trini inhale, come up, left side. Chatwari, pivot your feet. Exhale, reach for your left big toes, or maybe just the hand on the shin, looking up. 1, so try to keep your hips stacked. So right hip is over the left hip. 2, don't dump into the chest, so open the chest. 3, still looking at the hand, Hasta Drishti. 4. And 5. Good. Inhale, Pancha, come up. Pivot the feet, Trikonasana B. So pivot your feet toward the back of your mat. Hips are squared toward the back. Take your left hip forward and your right hip back. Now reach your left hand down onto the inside or maybe the outside of the foot. And then pivot the chest open. So twist the chest open and look up to your right hand. If that's too much, you can always put your hand in a tent on the fingers, or you can use a block if you have a block. Good, so twisting through the chest here, even weight in the feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. Inhale, come up. Pivot the feet forward. And then exhale, left side. So taking your right hand down to the inside or the outside of the left foot, and then try to twist through your chest. Okay, so again, if that's too much, just take your fingertips onto the ground. You can come onto the outside of the foot or use a block, or just take your hand on your shin and then twist through the chest. 1, so actively trying to pull your left hip back and your right hip forward. 2, Hasta Drishti, looking at the left hand. 3, 4, 5. Pancha, inhale, come up, face the side, arms out. Good, Samastitihi, come to the front of the mat. Good, Uttita Paschimottanasana, A and B. Ekam, jump or step your right foot out, same thing. Now, a little bit wider here, pivot your feet and then bend your right knee like you're doing warrior 2, so the front knee is over the front ankle. And you can take your forearm to your thigh or come all the way down, right hand on the outside of the right foot. And then reach your left hand forward and twist the chest open, look at your left palm. 1, so keep actively bending this right knee. 2, and then trying to draw the knee open toward the armpit. 3, keep twisting from the chest, breathing with sound. 4, and 5. Push through the feet. Trini, inhale, come up. Left side, pivot the feet. Chatwari, exhale, bend your left knee. Take the left forearm to the thigh, or you can come all the way down to the ground. And then reach your right hand forward. Twist the chest open and look at the hand. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, Good. Inhale, come up, and then we'll twist to the side. So take your left foot in and your right foot out. And then you're going to take Pavarita Paschimottanasana. So taking the left elbow into the outside of the right thigh. You can take your knee down or your back heel up if you'd like to. Just place your hands together and twist. Or if you want to come into the full variation, keeping the upper arm on the thigh and then taking your left hand to the ground, twisting the chest open, reaching your right hand up and forward, and then taking the heel down. Okay, so any variation is fine. 1. Hasta Drishti if your hand is coming forward. 2. 3. 4. 5. Good. Trini, inhale, come up, pivot your feet. Chatwari, exhale, same thing. So you can just take a twisted lunge. You can drop your knee down if you'd like, or you can come into the full variation. So the arm comes all the way on the outside of the thigh, the back heel is down, and you're reaching forward. Looking up at the left hand. 1. Really try to press that back foot down if you do have the heel down. 2. Twisting. 3. 4. 5. Pancha, inhale, come up. Take the arms out. Good. Samasthitihi. Come to the front of the mat. Okay, Prasarita Padottanasana, A, B, C, and D. Ekam, step your right foot out, hands into the hips, all 10 toes facing forward. The outsides of the feet are parallel to one another. Inhaling here. Dwe, exhaling, taking your hands to the mat, lifting the head up. Good, and then exhale, bending your elbows, seeing if you can walk your hands underneath your feet and trying to push your head toward the ground. So maybe you can slightly lean forward into the balls of the feet and take the head down. If not, just stay anywhere you can, okay? 1, so really engaging the belly here, trying to lift it up and in. 2, and then maybe being able to engage Uddiyana Bandha and Mula Bandha. 3, so engaging the pelvic floor. 4, and 5. Trini, inhale, head up. Exhale, good. Chatwari, inhale, come up. Good, then exhale here. B, Ekam, inhale, spread the arms. Dwe, exhale, take your hands on your hips. Good, Trini, inhale here. Chatwari, exhale, keep your hands on your hips and take your head down toward the ground. 1, so again, maybe you can lean forward into the balls of the feet. 2, really press your head in between your legs. 3, 4, 5. Good. Inhale, come up. And exhale, C, Ekam. Inhale, spread the arms. Dwe, exhale, interlace the fingers together behind the back. Trini, inhale, stretch the arms out. Chatwari, exhale, reach your hands all the way down toward the ground as far as you can go. 1, 2, 3, so gaze at your nose, Nasagra Drishti. 4, and 5. Good. Trini, inhale, come up. Exhale. Good. D, Ekam, inhale, take the hands onto the waist. Dwe, exhale, fold forward and grab your big toes with your first 2 fingers. Trini, inhale, head up. Chatwari, exhale, bend your elbows and fold forward. Pull your head down, pull your chest down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Punch, inhale, head up. Good. Exhale, inhale, come up. Good. Samasthitihi, come to the front of the mat. Okay, Paschimottanasana. So hands come behind the back. At the same time, you're going to step the right foot back. So you can either take your knuckles together and then draw the thumbs down, or maybe you can come fully into reverse prayer with the hands behind the back. Okay, so step the right foot back. Ekam, inhale, turn around, pivot your hips to face the back. Dwe, exhale, take your head down toward your leg, all the way down. Good. So up to you. You can stay here lifted and you can relax the head down, or maybe if you have open hamstrings, you can take your chin toward your shin. Okay? 1, 2, so trying to pull your left hip forward and your right hip back. 3, even weight in the feet. 4, and 5. Good. Trini, inhale, come up. Chatwari, exhale, pivot the feet and fold forward to the left side. So pull your left hip back and your right hip forward, and then take the forehead down toward the shin. Okay, if you want to go a little bit further, the chin can go to the shin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. Punch it, inhale, come up. You can face the side. And then exhale, Samasthiti. Okay, Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. So you can stay facing forward, but I'm just going to turn this way to face you. So we'll start with the right foot. You're going to take your left hand on your hip. And if this is too much today, you can just grab the knee. Okay, if you already know how to do it, you can reach down and grab the big toe. Okay, if you are grabbing the big toe with the knee bent, try not to grab from the inside and open the hips. So you want to keep the hips squared and then grab from the outside. If you already practiced this, you can try to just grab the foot right away. Come on. Okay? So Ekam inhale, balancing on one foot. You can stay where you are here, or Dvay exhale, maybe fold forward and draw your chin toward your shin and look at your foot. Pada Drishti. 1. Deep breathing here. 2. Try to relax the standing leg. 3. 4. 5. Good. Trini, inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, Chatwari. You're going to open the leg to the side. So you can grab the knee here if you need to, or bend the knee. Okay? 1. If you're feeling steady, you're going to take Parshva Drishti, so looking over the shoulder. 2. Maybe even bend the elbow and lift the foot a little bit higher. 3. 4. 5. Good. Punch it. Inhale, coming back center. Stay here, or maybe one more time, bend the elbow and fold. Good. Inhale, lift the head up. Now everyone exhale, both hands on the hips and hold the leg out steady. Good. 1. 2. Good. Try not to lean back, so lift the chest. 3. 4. 5. Samasthiti. It's hard to talk and do that one at the same time. Okay, so coming to the left side, taking the right hand on the hip. So again, you can grab your knee or you can grab your foot. Okay, whatever works for you. So grabbing the foot, inhale here. Exhale, stay where you are, or bend the elbow and fold forward. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Good. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, take the leg out to the side. Good. If you can, look over the shoulder. 1. Maybe point the toe, lift the leg higher. 2. 3. 4. 5. Good. Inhale, come back to the center. Stay here. Exhale, bend and fold one more time, or stay where you are. Inhale, lift the head up. Good. Both hands on the hips. Point the toe. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Samasthiti. Nice. Good. Okay, next is Ardha Baddha Paschimottanasana. Good. Just check the time. Okay. So up to you. You can just take a tree pose if you're a bit new to Ashtanga, or if you want, you can try to take the half lotus. So Ardha Baddha is the half bound lotus. So if you can, take the foot all the way up into the thigh. Stay here if you want today in balance, or you can try to take your right hand behind the back and grab for the foot. Okay? If you don't have the bind, that's okay, you can just stay standing, but if you do have the bind, you can take the hand down. You can also just grab for your elbow here. Okay, so if you have the bind, Dvay exhale, fold forward and take the head down. We're gonna hold whatever position you're at for 5 breaths. 1, so if you are folding forward, see if you can get your head toward your legs. So forehead goes to the shin. 2. 3, trying to get the left hand next to the left foot. 4. 5. Good. Trini, inhale, lift the head up. Exhale. Inhale, come up. and leave the foot, Samasthiti. Okay, so same thing with the other side. So you can take the foot just to tree pose is fine, or maybe you can take the half lotus, Ardha Baddha Paschimottanasana. So left hand goes behind the back, grab your elbow, take the bind. If you'd like, you can fold forward again, just an option. So taking the right hand next to the right foot and then taking the head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Inhale, lift the head up, steady out. Exhale, you can bend the knees slightly here, and then inhale, come up to stand, and Samasthiti, feet together. Good. Okay, so now we'll do a sun salutation to do Utkatasana. So Ekam, inhale, arms reach up. Dve, exhale, fold forward, hands and head down. Trini, inhale, lift the head. Chatwari, step back or jump for Chaturanga. Pancha, inhale, upward facing dog. Shat, exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, Utkatasana, from here you're just gonna jump forward, so bend the knees and sit your chest back onto your thighs. Press your fingers into the mat. Take a nice light hop forward, feet together, bend the knees, arms up. So 5 breaths in your chair pose here. 1, trying to sit low, but at the same time gently tucking in your pelvis. 2, hands stay together, so try to draw your shoulders away from the ears. Head back. 3, fingers closed. 4, 5. Ashtanga, exhale. So from here we have this funny little jump back. So you can definitely just step back into Chaturanga if you want, or if you want to try the jump back, it's kind of like doing crow pose, but you don't put your knees onto your arms. So lean forward, lift your heels up as high as you can, put all of the weight into your fingertips, and then see if you can just tuck your feet up and then jump back. Okay, or maybe you just do like a little tuck jump. Good. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, Virabhadrasana A. So Supta, take your right foot forward, left heel to the mat. Bend the front knee. Come up here. And we're going to hold this for 5 breaths. 1, so again, shoulders away from the ears. Slight little back bend here. 2, bend the front knee. 3, 4, 5. Keep your arms up, straighten your front leg, pivot the right toes in, and then pivot your left toes out. Okay, bend the knee, and then look up toward the hands. So left side here. 1, warrior 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Virabhadrasana B, so warrior 2. Open your arms and bend the knee more. Okay, so arms are parallel to the ground, the front knee is over the front ankle. 1. Okay, traditionally it can go past the ankle too, but just do whatever works for you. If you want to separate the feet a little more, that's okay. 3, try not to drop the back arm. The sun is blaring in my eyes. 4. And 5. Good. Straighten out the back leg. Turn your left toes in and your right toes out. Bend the right knee. Look over the front middle finger. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep bending the knee. 5. Good. Take the hands down. So from here you can just step back and do a Chaturanga if you'd like, or you can do, there's 2 options here. So you can take your right foot into the middle of the mat, lift your left leg up, hop up and do a Chaturanga from there. Okay, or you can do this variation here. So it's kind of like arm balancing without the knee. So you're going to tuck your right foot in, draw your thigh into your chest, bend the elbows, lift the left leg up, and then jump back to Chaturanga. Okay, inhale, upward dog, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Okay, I'm just going to put my mat out, so take a breath. So next we have Paschimottanasana, but first we're going to jump to sit, okay? So, coming to a seated position. If you've never done a jump through before, all you have to do is just cross your ankles and sit down and come to a seat like this, and then I'll go over the jump for the next one, okay? So just come to a seat. I'm gonna catch my breath. Dandasana, staff pose. So hands come next to the sides. Flex your toes. Try to get the legs really straight here, and then engage Jalandhara Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, and Mula Bandha. So engaging all of your bandhas here. Breathing deeply. Slight chin lock. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, gazing toward the nose, 4, 5. Okay, Paschimottanasana. So if you need to bend your knees, you can bend the knees. If not, just grab the big toes from here. So peace fingers, first 2 fingers, grab the big toes. Inhale, and then exhale, fold forward, head down. 1. So just trying to get your head down toward your shins. 2, if you want to go a little bit further, you can lengthen the spine and take the chin down. 3, 4, 5, inhale, head up. Good. Exhale for the next one. You're either going to reach forward for your wrist, or if that's too much, just grab the tops of the feet and then pull the feet back. Okay, exhale, head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dash it, inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, so Ekadasha, we're going to jump back. So this is when I'm going to lose the counts because I'm just going to talk for a little bit. So coming to a jump back, I'll do like the beginner version first, and then we'll just keep adding on to it. So all you're going to do is just hug your thighs into your chest, straighten your arms, lean forward, and then just try to lift your butt from here and see if you can walk your feet underneath your hands and then jump back into Chaturanga. Okay, if not, you can just step back. And inhaling, upward facing dog. Trayodasha, exhaling, downward facing dog. Okay, Purvottanasana. So if you want to try the jump through, again, you can always just walk through. So jump throughs are not mandatory for Ashtanga. So if you'd like to try, the way I start is just trying to get my feet a little bit closer to my hands. Sit back into my thighs first so that my thighs and my chest are together. And then from here, I'm going to press my fingers into the mat, look between my thumbs, and then try to jump and cross my ankles at the same time, bringing my butt onto the ground first. You can also widen your arms a little bit. I'm trying to see everyone's jump throughs. Good. Yeah, it takes a lot of flexibility in the hips to get really small there, but you have to just stay super tiny. It takes a lot of practice, so no worries. Okay, so from here, Purvottanasana. Point your toes, lift your hips up, hands go behind the back, underneath your shoulders. Lift the hips up, drop the head back, look at your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, come down. Good. So again, we're going to jump back from here. So hugging the thighs into the chest, getting really tiny. Hands forward. See if you can lean forward. This time maybe you can keep the feet lifted. Lift up. Swing the legs back. If you have to stop, you can stop. And then step back or jump into Chaturanga. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Okay, Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. So Sapta, jump through. Alright, so this time if you're more comfortable just going from your downward dog, same thing. Look forward, push the fingers into the mat. Press your chest onto your thighs. You can widen your arms a little bit if you need to, and then see if you can cross your ankles, come through to a seat, take the feet forward, and then sit down. Good. And then we're going to take the same thing we did standing. So if the bind isn't in your practice, you can cheat a little bit. If you have a towel, you can use a towel to grab the foot, take it behind you. I can show you on the other side so you'll see too. Or if not, no problem, you can just grab the foot with both hands. Okay, if you have the bind, right hand goes behind the back. And then Ashtanga, exhale, you'll take the head down. Either taking your forehead down or maybe your chin toward your shin. And then look at the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Inhale, head up, exhale. Okay, so if you can do a jump back already, there's an option for you to just leave your foot like this. If not, you can come out. Okay, so there's a lot of different options for these jump backs. So if you want to try it with the half lotus, you can do that. So I'll just show you how to do that. Same thing, thighs go into the chest. You're going to lift up and jump back from there. Okay, inhaling, and then go through your vinyasa, and then we'll jump to the other side. Okay, so also an option if you're practicing your jump throughs, you can walk through, try to walk, come on your tippy toes, cross the shins, bring the thighs to the chest, and try to swing the legs through. That's another good way to practice. And then left foot. So doing the same thing with the left foot into the right thigh. You can take both hands, you can take the towel, cheat a little bit, it's okay. And then exhale, fold forward. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, again, so you can just walk back into Chaturanga 2. If you need to skip one, that's fine. You can keep the foot here and then jump back, and then we'll do the Vinyasa. And then Tirye Mukha Ekapada Paschimottanasana. So I'm going to show you how to jump into it. You can definitely just come to a seat and then pull the right foot back, okay? But if you want to try to jump into it, the left foot is going to come forward and the right foot is going to tuck back. So I'm looking forward, sitting back, chest onto thighs, and then I'll keep the connection. I always say this, keep the connection, your chest and your thighs. Shoot the left leg forward while keeping the right foot back. Okay, so again, if that's just too much, just come forward, sit down any way possible, and then take the right foot back. If you're a little uneven here, that's fine, it's normal. Just try to sit as best as you can in the middle of the hips, and then eventually you'll bring the knees together. Wait, I can face you. So eventually you'll bring the knees together like this. And then reach for your left foot or maybe your left wrist and take the head down on your exhale. Okay, 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale the head up, exhale. Okay, so taking the hands into the mat, if you'd like, again, you can just step back to Chaturanga. You can also, there's an option to do Chaturanga from here. So what I'm going to do is just get really tiny, bring my chest to my thighs, press my hands into the mat, and see if I can lift both of my legs up at the same time, cross the ankles, and then jump back from there. Yeah, and then Vinyasa. Again, I'm giving just a lot of options here, kind of like being workshoppy with it. So if you're used to a normal lead primary that goes, sorry, you could just go without me talking. Okay, then other side. So again, you can just jump through regularly or chest to thighs, shoot the right leg forward, reach for your right wrist, and then take the head down. Again, if that's too much, just grab the foot. Okay, 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, Good, inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, again, you can just step or jump back as you normally do, or you can lift up from here. So lifting up, crossing the ankles, jumping back to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, Janu Shirshasana A. So look forward, bend the knees, step or jump through. Sapta. Ashtanga, exhale, you're gonna fold forward here. So the right foot comes into the left thigh. It's kind of like a seated tree pose. And then taking the head down toward the knee. So Janu Shirshasana means head to knee pose. Okay, if you'd rather lengthen the spine, that's fine. Just lengthen the spine, take your head or your chin down to your shin. You can grab the wrist or the foot and then fold forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dasha, inhale, head up. Exhale, Ekadasha, lift up. Dwadasha, Chatwari, jump back. Trayodasha, inhale, upward facing dog. Chaturdasha, exhale, downward facing dog. With Saptadasha, jump through. So take seated tree pose on the left side. Shodasha, exhale, fold forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Inhale, lift the head up. Exhale. So again, we do jump back. There's a lot of these, so if you need to just step back and use your knees for Chaturanga, you can do that. So you can always just walk back, modify, use your knees for Chaturanga, maybe a baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, no need to push too much. Lots of Chaturangas in primary series, so just take your time. And then jumping through, and we'll come to B. So sit back, cross the ankles, Sapta, jump through. So I'm going to take the same position as A. My right foot is coming into the left thigh, and then I'm just going to lift my seat up and then sit onto the heel, but try to keep your toes facing forward. So just sitting onto the heel, and then reaching for the foot, and then taking the head down. You want to make sure this knee stays open. You don't want to close the knee in too much. It's awkward if you have any knee issues, you can just do the same one we did before. You can take A, and then if you haven't already, you can fold forward. 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale the head up. Good. Exhale, come off of your foot. Same thing to jump back. So thighs to chest, hands straight in front of you. See if you can lift up. Slide the feet back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Then left side. So jumping through, sit down. So I'm coming into the same position as A again, and then seeing if I can lift up and sit onto the heel, reaching for the foot, and then taking the head down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale the head up. Exhale, then we jump back again. Again, you can just roll over the ankles if you're getting tired. Step back if you'd like. Do the Vinyasa. Again, I lost count because I'm talking too much. Okay, so we have C. So Sapta, jump through. If you want to also, you can jump through with straight legs. So it's kind of like the same thing with straight leg jump through. Chest the thighs, and you have to keep the hips low to shoot the legs forward straight. Okay, so maybe you're getting to the point where you can try. For me, it took me a really long time to do straight legs after I learned to do the cross legs. So try if you want. If not, no problem. Okay, so you're going to come to the same position as A. So seated tree pose. This time, take take your hand underneath your foot and you're going to turn your toes down and your heel up for Janu Sirsasana C. So this one is really uncomfortable. If you've never practiced it before, you might want to just sit this one out and do A again. Okay, or you just stay here, that's fine, but if it feels comfortable, you're going to move your hips forward so that the heel goes over the toes. And then eventually this knee will go down and your heel will go into your belly, and then you'll fold forward like so. Okay, but just take whatever you can for this. I'll try not to talk too much so you don't have to hold it for too long. 1. So deep breathing here. 2. 3. 4. 5. That should inhale, head up, and exhale, and then come out. Again, that one takes a lot of practice, so if it's not there yet, no worries. Okay, jump back, take Vinyasa, Dwadasha, inhale, Trayodasha, exhale, Chaturdasha, jump through, sit down. So I'm going to face forward so you can see this one again. So what you're going to do is take your toes down and your heel up. So the toes have to spread onto the mat. It's going to feel like your toes are breaking if you've never done this before. So come forward here. If it feels comfortable, heel goes over the toes. Take the belly into the heel, or the heel into the belly. Fold forward, head down. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Good. Inhale the head up. Good. Exhale. And come out, and then we'll jump back. Do the Vinyasa. And then coming to Marichasana A. So jumping through, sit down. So I'm actually just going to grab the camera. I'm going to try to move you so you can see me better for this one. Okay, so jumping through, we have Marichasana A. So you're going to take your right foot and hug it into your left thigh. This is better. I can see you guys better now. But make sure that there's space between the foot and the thigh here. Okay, so you want to be able to put 2 fists between your foot and your thigh and hug the knee and hug the heel into your thigh as much as possible. Okay, you're going to take your right hand forward, so like you're reaching for someone's hand. Take it behind your back and then see if you can clasp the hands together behind you. If that's too much, you can use the towel too if you want. Okay, or just grab your shirt, that's fine too. And then taking, if you can grab the left wrist, and then we take the head down. So eventually your chin will come down here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dasha, inhale, head up. Exhale. So there's a fun way to jump back from this. It's actually like, Shrat doesn't like us to do it, but sometimes it's fun if you want to try. So you're going to push your shin into your arm here. Take your right hand next to your right foot, and then you just lift up from here. Okay, if you want, try it out. It's just for fun. And then you'll cross the ankles and jump back from here, or you could just jump back right like you normally would. Take the Vinyasa. Jump or step through, and then we'll do the left side. Yeah, this is better. I can see you guys better. So making sure that there's fists between your foot and your thigh here. You're trying to take your left hand forward. Take the hand behind the back. Same thing. Clasping your hands together. Good, yeah. Try to make sure that this hand is in front of the shin. So you're pulling this shin in as much as you can. And then head goes down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Inhale, head up. Exhale. Good. Again, you can try that jump back here. You can do however you'd like. Jumping back. Taking the Vinyasa, and then we'll do Marichasana B. So Sapta jump through, sit down. Okay, so this one you're gonna put your left foot into Lotus. Again, if this isn't in your practice yet, the Lotus Pose, you can just try to do like a little pigeon pose here. So the ankle goes over the thigh, and you can stay here and get a stretch if you want. Okay, if you wanna try the full variation, you're gonna take the foot into half lotus, bend the right knee, and then it's the same thing we did in A. So the right knee is bent. You're gonna take your right hand forward. So I'm leaning all of my weight into the left sits bone, taking the hand behind my back, trying to clasp my hands together, and then taking the head down. Again, if this is too much, you can just take this hip stretch here, and then you should feel a nice stretch in the left thigh back there, okay? So 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale the head up. Exhale. Good. Then you'll jump back however you want. You can roll over the ankles or step back. Do your Vinyasa. And we'll do the left side. We'll try not to talk too much on this one. So you can take that stretch here, or you can take the foot into the thigh, bend the knee, lean forward into the sits bone. So leaning forward into the right sits bone, taking the left hand behind the back, and then taking the head down. Okay, 5 breaths here. 1, 2. Yeah, if it's too much, you can just do this stretch here, like this. 3. Yeah, good. 4. And 5. Head up. Inhale. Exhale. Jump back. Take Vinyasa. And then we'll do Marichasana C. So try to go a little faster because I just saw the time and I'm rambling too much. Okay, so taking your right foot, same thing we did in A. So hugging the right foot into the left thigh, and then you're just gonna take your left elbow on the outside of the thigh, and then twist behind and look behind. Okay, if this feels good, just stay here. If you wanna go deeper, you can try to get the bind. So trying to twist as much as you can, rotating the elbow up, reaching the left hand behind your back, and grabbing the wrist, looking over the shoulder. 1, try to flex your left foot. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Exhale there, then jump back from here. And if you're getting a little tired and you need to sit some of the asanas out, you can. So traditionally, if you don't do the postures normally, you can just sit and watch. So it's up to you. Okay, so hugging the left foot into the thigh, but this one is actually really nice for everyone, even if you're just getting a spinal twist. So taking the right arm on the outside of the thigh, making sure I'm flexing my right foot as well, and then if I'd like, I can rotate the elbow up, try to take the hands behind the back, and then look over the left shoulder. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. And then exhale, we'll jump back, take Vinyasa. And then Marichasana D, so Sapta, jump through. This time, same option. If the Lotus Pose is too much for you, just cross the left foot onto the right thigh and bend the knee. Okay? If you'd like to try to come to Marichasana D, it's really advanced. It takes a lot of practice. So if you're new to Ashtanga, you probably won't do this today. Okay, so taking the top of the foot on the right thigh, bending your right knee, leaning your weight into your left sits bone. So I'm lifting my right sits bones up, and then I'm going to try to twist from here. Okay, so if it feels okay, you can try to work your way into Marichasana D. This is one of those poses that you really need help from a teacher, I think. So someday I'll come help you all in it. Okay, so 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Exhale. Ekadasha, inhale, lift up. Okay, so then you do Vinyasa. Jump through. Other side, so taking your right foot into the left thigh. Again, you can just stay here. You can try to twist as much as you can, or you can come into it. So lean forward into the right sits bones. Take a twist. Again, this one takes a lot of practice in breaking it down and kind of getting help from a teacher. So if it looks a little crazy right now, you can just relax and breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. Okay, Vinyasa, so jump back. Inhale to upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, Sapta, jump through. Navasana, so you're going to jump through, lift your arms, lift your legs. Everybody can do this one. Look at your toes. Holding for 1. Good. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hug your thighs into your chest. Cross your ankles. Take your hands down. See if you can lift your bum up. And then sit back down. Good. 1, 2. So we do 5 sets of 5s. Don't hold your legs. 3. Arms out. Good. 4. 5. Good. Hug the thighs to your chest. See, this time if you can keep your feet off the ground, lift up. Sit back down. Okay. 1. Third round. Don't hold your legs. 2, 3, 4, 5. Hug the thighs to the chest. Lift up. Sit back down. 2 more times. 1. Good. You can do it. Don't hold the legs. 2. I can see you all now. 3, 4, 5. Lift up. Okay, last time. 1. Don't lean back too much. Sit up straight. 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Hug the thighs to the chest. Lift up. Jump back. Or you can step back to Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog, and exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, the next posture is Buju. So if you've never done this before and you want to watch, you can watch, or you can just try it, but I'll try to break it down quickly so I don't spend too much time on it. Okay, so if you already practiced this, try to jump straight into it. Okay, if not, you're going to jump your feet in front of your hands on the outside. So the feet are on the outside of the hands, and then take your hands behind your heels, bend your elbows, and try to sit onto the arms. So the thighs are on the arms. Yeah, it's like Titibasana if you've done that before. And then the ankles will cross. Good, and that's great. Stay here if you want to stay here, or maybe practice it again, or if you have it, we'll hold it for 5 breaths. Maybe you can point the toes and take the head down. Okay? 1, 2. It's really hard for me to count from here. 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to make our way back. So if you practice Bakasana and you want to just try that, you can. But eventually you're going to swing your legs behind you for the crow pose and then jump back straight away for Vinyasa. Okay, so if you want to mess around with that one, you can, but that's fine. I'm not going to spend too much time on it because I've already been talking too much. Okay, so Kurmasana and Supta Kurmasana, you're going to jump your feet, same thing, in front of your hands. Sit down onto the ground, and then you're just going to try to straighten your arms and your legs so they're both going in a V shape here. If this is where you want to stay today, stay here. Okay, eventually you're going to flex your heels and then slide your chest down to the ground. And then maybe even lift the feet up and point the toes. Okay, so wherever you can do, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Supta Karmasana. So walk your feet. So eventually you're going to cross your feet on top of your head. Okay, but for today, maybe you're just going to make a diamond shape with your toes and then try to take your hands behind your back and take the head down. Okay, so 5 breaths there. I'll show you guys Supta Karmasana. Eventually we get into it. Well, I have to get into it from here, feet behind my head, and then taking the head down, grabbing the hands behind my back. Again, maybe probably most of us aren't doing this today, so just take what you can. We'll hold it for 5 breaths. And then we're going to jump back the same way we did in Buju Pidasana. So jumping back and then taking the feet back to the crow pose. So if you practice crow and you want to just find a crow pose, you can do that. And then jump back to Chaturanga. So I know that one's pretty crazy, so I could spend a lot of time. I spend a lot of time on doing it, so don't worry if you're not going to do that today. So we'll go quickly through that. The next one is even crazier. So I jump through. I know some of you are like pretty new to Ashtanga, so it's just funny, right? Okay, so Garbha Pindasana, you're going to take Lotus Pose. If you can't do a Lotus Pose already, just cross your ankles and just give yourself a hug like this. This one, again, it's pretty crazy. The only way I learned how to do it was by like wearing shorts and just putting water on my legs, like with a spray bottle. Because eventually you'll slide your arms through your legs. And you're going to take your hands on your face like this. If that's not in your practice, I can see some of you are trying to do it. That's great. If not, just hug yourself like this. Just give yourself a hug like this. And we're going to hold it for 5 breaths there. So if you're already there, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So covering the head with the hands. You can rock back with us if you're just holding legs. Okay, so 5 times we're going to try to rock in a circle, or maybe you just go forwards and backwards. In 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Lift up. Good. Kukutasana. So if you want to try to just lift your butt off the ground, just lift your butt off the ground. If not, coming into Kukutasana. So hands on the ground, lifting the chest, looking at the nose. 1. Yeah. Good. 2. That's it. Yeah. Lift the lotus. Good. 3. Good. Look at the nose. 4. 5. Exhale. Come down. Come out. So for those of you who are in your lotus pose, if you want to practice jumping back from lotus, again, I could I could talk about this forever, but just to go over it like briefly, if you want to try to do jump back from your lotus, you're going to come up on your knees, take your chest onto your elbows, and then try to shoot the feet back like that. Yeah, good. Again, if not, good, yeah, just do a normal jump back. Jump through again to the Vinyasa. This one's not so crazy. You can take the feet together. We'll just do Baddha Konasana. So feet together. Open your knees. Okay? So try to press your hands onto your thighs. Take the chest forward and bring your chin down toward the ground. Okay, so as much as you can go. 1. Yeah, good. Straight back for this one. 2. 3. 4. 5. Okay, inhale, lift the head up. This time round your spine and take the head down to your feet. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Inhale the head up. Exhale. I'm going to start to go kind of fast because I just realized what time it was. Sorry. So do the jump back. Vinyasa. Sapta jump through. Upavishta Konasana. You're going to widen your legs. Try to grab the outsides of your feet and take the head down to the ground, as far as you can go. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good. Ashtanga, inhale, lift the head up. Exhale, so from here you're going to see if you can lift up, grab the feet, point the toes, look up to the ceiling. 1. Yeah, if you need to bend the knees a little bit to do it, that's fine. 2, head up, Urdhva Drishti. 3, 4, 5. Exhale, so from here we'll jump back. Ideally you don't drop the feet down and you just cross the thighs into the chest. Lift up and jump back. Upward facing dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Supta Konasana. So jump through, lay on the back. You're going to rock your feet behind your head like you're doing plow pose and try to grab your big toes with the feet spread. So 5 breaths here, looking at the nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So from here, push your feet into the mat. Inhale, lift up. Good, and then exhale, straight legs, so super straight legs, and then see if you can land on your shins first, and then take the head down. Good. Yeah, maybe it's a crash landing, that's okay. Inhale, lift the head, take your Vinyasa. Nice. Upward dog, exhale, downward facing dog. Good, jump through. Lay down, Supta Padangustasana. So you're going to grab your right big toes with your first 2 fingers, like so. You need to bend the knee and just stay here. Okay, if you can, point both feet, bend your elbow, and lift your head up toward your shin. 1, 2, try to straighten both legs as best you can. 3, 4, 5. Exhale, take the head down. Good. Inhale, open the leg out to the side. So point the toes, see if you can look over your left shoulder. 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come back to the center. Exhale, bend the elbow, fold, lift up. Inhale, the head down. Exhale, the foot down. Left side, grab the left big toes. Straight arm, straight right hand on your right thigh. Bend the elbow, lift the chin up. 1, 2, good. 3, 4, 5. Exhale, the head down. Good. Inhale, open the leg out to the side. Look over your right shoulder. Try to keep both of your sits bones on the mat. 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back to the middle. Good. Bend the elbow, lift the head up. Exhale, the head down. Inhale, the foot down. So now we have Chakrasana. It's the backwards roll. I'm really running low on time, so if I had more time, I would go over it more. So if you know it, you can do it. If you don't know it, you can just come up and do a regular Vinyasa. Or just try it for fun if you want. So you're just going to rock your feet behind your head. Push your hands into the mat. Try to lift up, coming into downward dog position if you don't have room, or into Chaturanga, and then doing your Vinyasa from there. Yeah, good. So it's meant to keep the head level with the ground if you end an asana on the ground. Okay, jump through again. Lay down, Ubaya Padangustasana. You're going to rock back. Grab your big toes. You might want to do this from seated. Lift up, straight legs. Point the toes. Lift the head up. 5 breaths here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. Then from here, exhale, you jump back. Good. Vinyasa. Good. Jump through. Lay down. So Urdhva Mukha Paschimottanasana. If you want to try the one we just did, if that was a little tricky for you, you can try that one again, or you can try this one. It's the same thing, except you grab the heels this time. So rock back, grab the heels, push the feet into the mat, lift yourself up, point the toes, bend the elbows, and come forward. So again, if you want to just try it from seated, you can do that. Yeah, good. 1, so eventually you'll smush in here. Good. 2. That's it. 3, if you can, look at your feet, bend the elbows. 4. 5. Good. Inhale, straight arms, head up. Exhale, we jump back. So jump through. This is the last posture in primary series, Setu Bandhasana. I wouldn't recommend doing it if you're a beginner. So, but if you've done it before and you want to try it, you can. If not, you can just watch. So you're gonna lay on your back, take your heels together, your knees bent. Don't bend the knees too much. Just keep like a diamond shape. Okay, I'm gonna come up onto my forearms like I'm doing Matsyasana, like I'm doing the fish pose on my elbows. Lift the chest up, cross your arms over your shoulders, push your feet into the mat, and then roll onto your forehead. 5 breaths here, I'm not gonna count, I'm just gonna breathe. Looking at your nose. And 5, exhale, coming down. And then there's Chakrasana again from here. Sorry to be rushing through the end. I didn't realize I was talking so much through the beginning. Okay, and then those are all the postures in primary series. So now we'll do back bending. So lay on your back, lay down. So I'll give you the option because you've all done yoga before, so I'm sure you've probably done Urdhva Dhanurasana, a wheel pose. So if you want to come right into the wheel pose, you can come straight up right into it. Okay, if not, just take a bridge pose. That's fine. Okay, but I'll try to count. We do 3 sets of 5. Okay, I'll try to count them. So inhaling, come up. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. So if you need to come down, come down. If you can, bend your elbows and try to walk your hands in closer toward your feet. 5 more breaths, lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last time, bend the elbows, walk inside, come up. 5 more breaths. I'm not going to count these, I'm just going to breathe. If you can walk your hands toward your feet. And then exhale, chin to chest, come down. You can rock yourself back up from here by hugging your thighs into your chest. Or, of course, you can take Chakrasana. 1 more Vinyasa. And then we do Paschimottanasana. So jump through, legs forward, and then see if you can just take the head down and fold here. Okay, Okay, so we'll take Vinyasa again. Inhale, exhale. It's hard to talk and practice at the same time. Okay, so jump back. And then Sapta, jump through, lay on your back. Ashtanga, inhale, you're going to do Salama Sarvangasana, so shoulder standing. I have to push you back a little bit here so you can see. Yeah, good. So shoulder standing, if you already know it, you can come straight up into it. If today you don't want to do an inversion, you can just lift your legs up. Okay, but we'll have 10 breaths in shoulder standing. So lifting the hips up, taking your hands underneath your back, trying to walk your shoulder blades in nice and close toward one another, pushing your hips forward and bringing your feet over the hips. So 10 breaths here. I'm not going to count. I'll just tell you when to come into Halasana. If you can, look at your nose. Okay, so come into the plow pose. Keep your legs straight. Take your hands behind. Keep your hands where you are for now. If you can take your feet to the ground with straight legs, you can interlace your fingers and then try to keep the toes pointed. And we have 8 breaths here. If that's too much, just keep your hands on your back. If at any point you need to roll out of this, you can just roll out of this. Okay, so 8 breaths in the rest of these. And then Karnapidasana, bending your knees, trying to squeeze your ears for the ear pressure posture. Keep your heels and your feet together. Okay, coming back into your shoulder stand, we have Urdhva Padmasana. So if you don't take Lotus, you can just put the soles of your feet together, that's fine. If not, right foot on top of the left thigh. Coming into your Lotus, you can take one hand behind the back, one hand to help you put yourself into Lotus, and then balancing with your hands onto your thighs. And then Pindasana, taking your thighs to your chest, hugging yourself, and then seeing if you can take the hands and grab them together. If not, just hug. Again, if you need to come down at any point, just come down. And then rolling out of this, so taking the hands onto the back again, rolling out. If you have Lotus, keep Lotus. If not, you could just keep the soles of the feet together, and we'll do the fish pose, Matsyasana. So coming onto the elbows, taking the chest up, taking the top of the head onto the mat, and then grabbing your feet. And then eventually you'll take your elbows down and your knees down toward the ground. 8 breaths in this too. And then Ubaya Padasana, so extending your arms and your legs up 90 degrees, looking toward your nose. 8 breaths here. 8 quick breaths. And then from here you can come down, or you can take Chakrasana right away from here and then take a Vinyasa. So I really was talking a lot before, so it's already 6:30. So if some of you have to go, you can go, I'm really sorry. And just chat with me later if you have to. But if not, stay on, I'm gonna finish, okay? So next we have Shirshasana headstanding. Okay, so if this is something that you normally practice, that's fine, you can go into it. I don't have a lot of time to chat about it, so I won't. I'll just kind of talk you through it. If you need a wall, you can use a wall. Ideally, you wouldn't use a wall. I would help you, but I'm not there. So just a couple things. It seems like you're all strong enough to do this, so it's just the matter of getting the right alignment here. So making sure that your shoulders are underneath, your elbows are underneath your shoulders. You're going to interlace your fingers, take the head down, and then lift up. So I want to be able to do a dolphin pose here. So I want to be able to keep my head off the ground comfortably. Top of the head down, and then walk the feet in. And then once my hips are directly over my shoulders, I should be able to slowly lift up from here. Okay, so you want to go up slowly. Try not to kick up. Okay, just go up really slowly, making sure that your hips go over the shoulders first, and then coming all the way up. And then ideally we hold this for 15 breaths. Okay, so holding it for 15 breaths. If you can hold it, I'm going to come see if I can see some of you. Good. 1. I'll try to count it. 2. 3. Good. Make sure you push your elbows into the ground. Good. 4. Yeah, good. Keep trying. Keep trying to push your arms into the mat. Walk your hips over your shoulders. Good. 6. Nice. 7. 8. Good. Straight legs. That's it. 9. 10. Good. Hold it. 11. 12. 13. 14. Good. Nice. 15. If you have this, you're going to do half bend. So try it again if you want. If not, you have 10 breaths, half bend. So bringing the hips forward, bringing the legs down toward the ground, straight legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, come down. Take child's pose. And then come through and do a vinyasa. So if you, normally there's a longer breathing portion at the end that we sit and we do a breathing portion. I've run out of time because I left my husband with the baby and it's like bedtime, so I have to go soon, within the next 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do now is we'll do the closing chant and then we'll do Shavasana. But if you want to sign off and take some more time and do some breathing, if not, you can just close with me and we can chat after. Feel free to email me or whatever you'd like after this. Okay, but we'll just do the closing mantra. And then I'll have you lie down and do Shavasana. But again, if you want to stay and do the breath work, you can, because there is a whole closing sequence that I have to skip right now, unfortunately. So do the mantra with me, or just sign off and say goodbye. Okay, so hands together. Inhale for Om. Swasti prajabhyaha pare palayantam nyayena margena mahim mahi Vachaha Go Brahmanebhyaha Shubhamastu Nityam Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So go ahead, I'm going to stay on, but just take a few minutes and just lay down on your back, close your eyes, take Shavasana. I'm going to stay on for a few minutes if you want to chat after. So